Well, Square Enix has done it again. They've dropped info on stages 4, 5, and 6 for Balan Wonderworld out of the blue. I guess this is an early Christmas present to all of us? They've revealed the protagonist and boss for each stage, what each world is like, and the costumes in each. Plus, we've got a teaser trailer for each world, so stick around to see all the new info. In the past, we've seen previews of chapters 1, 2, and 3, and if you want to catch up on that previous info, or if you missed it, you can check out my previous videos on them in the description down below, or by clicking the link at the top of the video now. Since we'll be discussing info on stages 4, 5, and 6 today, light spoilers are expected, so if you're planning on playing Balan Wonderworld fresh, then this is your chance to leave. Still here? Awesome. We've got a lot to go through, so let's get into it. Starting with stage 4, this is called The Boy Who Would Be One with the Wind. This chapter is about the story of a boy who yearns for the open sky. The main protagonist of chapter 4 is Hao Yu Chang, a boy who dreams of flying through the sky. He tries over and over again to make a flying machine by modifying bicycles. He says, "I guess I flew too close to the sun, who knows when I'll be able to take flight again." This seems to be the main reason why he's reached Wonderworld. He's tried and failed so many times that he's lost his way and become corrupted by Lance. Here's the short teaser for chapter 4. The stage of chapter 4 is the world born from Hayu's heart, reflecting his love of the great blue sky. To move forward, you'll have to learn to fly from one floating island to another. A world full of floating islands scattered with bike wreckage and machinery. Clearly, this is playing off of all his failed attempts at building his own flying machine. Here are a few screenshots we got from the stage as well. Ride the wind from fans to climb higher and higher. Do these balloons hold the key to moving forward? A moving floating island shaped like a whale? I wonder how you can get there. I'm guessing using the Aero Acrobat we'll be able to reach this island, but it does sound promising that it won't be completely linear and there might be some exploration. That brings us to the costumes of stage 4. The first costume is the Soaring Sheep, a sheep costume wrapped in fluffy fleece. Press and hold the button to fluff up your body and float away. This will be clearly used with the fans to drift and get greater height throughout the stage. The next costume is the Aero Acrobat, a bat costume that soars through the sky. Aim at your targets and press the button to unleash a string of kicks to balloons and enemies alike. Next we have the Laser Launcher, a robot costume that shoots a laser from its chest. Use the laser to break boxes and flip switches. We then have the Box Fox. This clever fox costume allows you to transform into an invincible iron box. Slide along at speed while transformed to smash into various objects. This might be used in conjunction with great heights to break objects below, kind of like Kirby's Rock Smash moves, or possibly you slide down hills to break what's at the bottom. Finally, we have the Happy Horn, a cheery horn costume. If you happen across a stage on your travels, why not step onto the spotlight in this costume? Something could happen. This doesn't give us much to go by, but I'm guessing this may be collectible related. Perhaps it will let us access areas where we can get more Tims or different colored drops in each world. The boss of chapter 4 is Warville Wright. Clearly this is a play on the famous Wright brothers who flew the first successful motor-operated airplane. He lurks in the depths of the world born from Hayu's heart, embodying Hayu's warped emotions. He attacks the main character by dropping cubes and launching propellers. What looks really interesting in this screenshot is the fact it doesn't look like we're in an arena like the other boss fights. It looks like a corridor that will most likely have projectiles shot at us. This means we may be using long-range costume to do damage or reflect attacks back. Looking at the costumes in this stage, I would guess that either the Laser Launcher or the Aero Acrobat would be the costumes of choice in the boss battle. The Box Fox might be good to avoid taking damage as well, but we'll have to see. Alright, that's it for stage 4, so let's take a look at stage 5. Stage 5 is the Lady Filled with Avian Adoration. This is the story of a woman who loves nature and watches over the forest. The main character of Stage 5 is Santa Hudson. She is a woman who spends her life watching over the birds in the forest, but one day, land developers threaten her beloved forest, which is where the conflict for her comes in. Take a look at the teaser to see what happens. We can see the stage of Chapter 5 is a lush forest full of nature and living creatures. Take care as you make your way over thin branches and precarious footing. Let's take a look at a few screenshots. Balance on seesaw-like platforms to move ahead here. Watch out for obstacles that swing like pendulums. And what will happen if you light the fuse? Now onto the costumes. Many of the costumes in Chapter 5 resemble animals that live in the forest. They come in all shapes and sizes, from a chick wearing its eggshell to a chameleon that can shoot out its long tongue. First up is the Guardian Bird, a costume of a bird that protects the forest. Press the button mid-jump to stir up the wind, attack enemies, or repel tornadoes. This sounds kind of similar to the wolf costume. Then we have the Lickshot Lizard, a costume of a chameleon with a long tongue. By shooting your tongue out at a Lickshot seed, you can launch yourself over to where the seed is. Think of it kind of like a grappling hook. Then we have the Lucky Egg, a costume of a chick wearing its eggshell. It has the power to draw on nearby items, but the shell can easily be broken. Next up is the Sickle Slayer, a strong and sturdy praying mantis costume. Throw your boomerang scythes to defeat Nagati. Finally, we have the Hothead, a fiery torch costume that will allow you to light torches and fuses when you jump up to them. I'm guessing this will most likely be used for progression and secret finding throughout the stage. The boss of this stage is Cuckoo. It lurks in the depths of the world born from Santa's heart, embodying Santa's warped emotions. It throws eggs and uses its long tongue to fling nest boxes. This one looks a little more traditional arena style, so I'm guessing there will be a few different ways to damage this boss, but I definitely want to give it a try with the Sickle Slayer because it just looks so cool. Lastly, let's move on to Stage 6. Stage 6 is The Girl and the Kitten. This is the story of a chance meeting between a girl and a kitten. Our hero of this stage is Cass Milligan. She's a girl who meets a kitten in town. One day, she notices the kitten trying to cross a busy road and is plunged into anxiety. She says, "If only I could turn back the clocks, it's all my fault." Let's take a look at the teaser to see what's going on in this stage. As we see in the teaser, Stage 6 reflects the scenery of the town where Cass meets the kitten. Apparently, operating the mechanisms full of gears will open up the path forward. Here are some more screenshots of the world. The buildings are full of moving gears. You can ride the spinning gears to move forward. It seems like there's a path up ahead. If only you could stop the moving blocks to proceed forward. I wonder how. Maybe a costume that stops time? Let's take a look and see. The costumes of Chapter 6 let you perform all kinds of actions. One such curious costume is the Chrono Bunny, which can stop time for everything else while it continues to move around. So we've got the Gear Prince, a gear costume that lets you move machinery, spin switches with the gear on your stomach to operate machinery. We've got the Pumpkin Puncher, a pumpkin costume that allows you to shoot a rocket punch. If you shoot repeatedly, your range increases. We've got the Pounding Duck, which is an elegant duck costume. Press the button while jumping to perform a hip drop attack to defeat enemies or destroy blocks. This seems similar to the Piggy Pounder. The Air Cat, an adorable kitten costume. Press and hold the button in midair to reach platforms that are otherwise out of reach. I'm guessing this means it's like the jumping jack with a double jump or an extended jump of some kind. And finally, we've got the Chrono Bunny, a rabbit costume with a clock in its stomach. You can enter time portals and move freely around a world frozen in time. I'm really hoping this will give us some good puzzles like Prince of Persia did. The boss of this stage is Perla. It lurks in the depths of the world born from Cass's heart, embodying Cass's warped emotions. Perla can attack with a rocket punch as well as control time with the clock in her stomach. Again, this one seems to be more traditional arena, but it will be interesting to see how the time mechanics affect us during the fight. Sounds like it should be a really good one. Well, that's all the info for now. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I love how they're building to the launch in March, which I can't believe is only a few months away. I've got a costume breakdown video that will be coming out very soon, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Come on, it's free. And look out for more Balan Wonderworld videos coming soon. Thanks again for watching, and as always, happy gaming.